Good afternoon and welcome back. So still waiting on a couple more packages for the tribute builds. Your guys' build, our build. I think they're coming from Sam Ash and Guitar Center because I don't see anything from them. And I know the other packages, which I'm going to show you in a second, I already got. So yeah, I'm sure it's not much. There's some other stuff over there that I bought quite a while ago. So we'll pull those parts out when we start discussing what we're going to put in those. Right now I'm just going to open up what we got recently, and we're going to go ahead and knock this out of the way first. So I purchased this thinking it was kind of like one of those Les Paul kits where you do minimal work to it. You glue the neck in, you know what I mean? Frets are already in and all that. I wasn't using my head when I purchased this kit. The body is built, yes, but the neck is not. So I'm going to save this for a different video because what I decided to do was just either put this on eBay and let it rip starting reserve 99 cents, or putting it on Reverb, and or both. I don't know, but it's a $500 kit. And I'll pull it out and we'll take a look at it because if I got to take all this stuff out, I might as well show it one time and use it for the listing to sell it, because I'm in over my head on this one, and I'm not afraid to admit it on that. There's a lot of pieces, parts on these things. So I will try again later, kit guitar, Les Paul or Stratocaster, Telecaster style maybe, that has the neck somewhat finished. All right, but I probably still steer clear of the kits and just do brand new Fender stuff and bolt together, which we do have a couple of those projects coming. Anyways, I'm rambling on, so let's go ahead and get to it. Some of the things that I purchased just because was a good deal. It's Dad. That's Dad. Anyways, I bought a couple Gibson pickups just because they were a good deal. So, anyways, I got a Gibson bridge pickup that is a Slash. So I just bought it because it was a good deal and I like collecting parts for projects. The other thing that I got here was a Gibson 500T. So this is the same exact pickup that is in this Buckethead, and the Buckethead Signature and the Buckethead SG. That's not officially a Buckethead SG. The only difference really is this doesn't have white bobbins on it, but that is a 500T, so I grabbed that as just a nice little score, extra little bonus. So then, long story short on this one, this is an Antiquity humbucker neck. It's aged. I bought that quite a long time ago and been kind of just hanging on to it. Well, I was stumbling around on Reverb and I found a guy selling a set, so I bought his bridge pickup to go with my neck pickup. So my intentions were to put these Antiquities in the gold top. Not quite sure what I'm doing yet. You guys, once we pull all the parts out, because there's more sets of pickups up there and pots and all kinds of other stuff, but like I said, right now we're just focusing on the last little bit that's trickling in. Then we're going to get all the parts out and we'll decide what we're going to put in the guitar. So one of the other things that I didn't wait to open, because I paid $282 and some change with tax and shipping on this stupid thing. But I told you guys we didn't waste any money on buying parts for the blue guitar. So this is one of the choices on that. So there's a spoiler alert, but again, here's another one, another choice that I already opened up. This is 1959 tone-specific blues pickups, PAFs. I'm not going to take them out. I'll save that for the video when we go through all the parts. But these are very expensive pickups, so that is one of the choices for your guys' build, along with the Antiquities and other sets up there if you choose. But I made sure I bought a few brand new sets for you guys to pick as well. So let's go ahead and open this one and check this out. And I had a couple questions from subscribers, and I said I would answer that question in my parts unboxing, so we'll get to that last. It'll be these two bottom packages here. So this thing, all right, so for a long time, like on Instagram and Facebook and, you know, all kinds of other little ads, you've seen these things, and they were like between 30 and 50 bucks when you first started seeing them. And I thought, well, they make them look good in the pictures, but what do they really look like in real life? Finally got one for 19 bucks to the door, and I can tell you right now before I pull it out, it looks cheap. So I'm glad I didn't spend the money on one of these stupid things when they just kind of came out and got popular. Well, I don't have to cut this. Yeah, it looks cheap. Wow, it sounds cheap too. Here we go. Anyways, I guess it needs tightened up or something, but I grabbed this little guy. This is supposed to stick it like that. It definitely needs tightened up. He's a little screwed up. I guess he'll stand there, but it is a light bulb, I guess, so I figured that'd be something to set over on the bench somewhere and have them light up on a shelf or something. I grabbed it just for something in here. There's night light thingies that go in your outlets that look like tubes, 12AXs and all that kind of stuff, so I'll just set that over there for now. It's cheap. It probably wasn't worth 20 bucks. It might look cool up there, I don't know. We'll see, but I don't think it was worth the 20 bucks. So, let's see, another package. What do we got here? I don't even know what all this stuff is. I just know the last little bit of it is trickling in, and because of the holiday, everything would have been here today. But because of the holiday, it's not. It should all be here tomorrow, but I didn't want to wait one more day for a couple small packages, because if it's what I think it is, it should be truss rod covers. That's one thing. I got blanks, like this one here. This one's got the F hole on it, but this one here's a blank too. But I got nice blank truss rod covers for those, so I didn't have to put the tribute ones back on it. But I can't remember the other things that I was waiting on. Okay. Now I know what this is. So go ahead and throw this away. And I'll pitch that too. So, as always, I don't understand. Well, you know what? I'm going to go back to the truss rod cover thing real quick. So, the reason, I can't remember if it was Sam Ash or Guitar Center. One of those two is, we'll find out, and I'll tell you when I do get them and open them. They were for OEM Gibson in Gibson packaging. They were $14.99 a piece. I searched all over Reverb and eBay, and they were asking pretty much that with shipping or however you put it together. Okay, they were asking that for like knockoffs and stuff, and quote ones that have been taken off, and you can't prove that or not. They're selling for $12, $15 plus shipping. I'm like, that's ridiculous. Do your due diligence and shop around for all your parts. Like eBay was the cheapest I could find these. So again, we're doing builds. I don't like using aftermarket stuff when it comes to certain things. When it comes to pickups and stuff, I'm starting to kick the tires on aftermarket stuff. I've had a few sets just by inheriting them through guitars or whatever, but I've always bought OEM Gibson stuff. But I know it just fits because it's meant for their guitars. So I got 2 sets of brand new plastics and the cavity covers for the 2 tributes. I also have a set of creams as well that are hanging up there that are in the cardboard ones that are shrink sealed. So there's some more parts for it. Let's go ahead and open this one up. So the other thing we'll do too is when we're done building these, we will add up exactly what I have in them. Like your guys' build, this was a really ugly tobacco burst tribute with the maple neck. I got that for $500. I remember that, but I don't remember if there was shipping or not, and I can't remember the text. I don't remember the total, but they had put some really garbage tuners on it. Matter of fact, these are it right here. No name brand tuners. The push-in inserts, and they were so sloppy they used like pieces of t-shirt or something. I get what they were doing. They were trying to make it look like the guitar came with more stuff and it held the hardware on at the same time. But either way, I got a good deal on a husk with extra parts in. So that's how that one started. The gold top started somewhere under $1,000. I think $750 or something. I'll have to go back and look. But we'll do a video of how much, once we pick all the parts, how much every single part cost, and we'll add it up and do a total of the complete investment of each guitar. Same with Pop's too, because we know how much he invested in that one. So it'll be a good comparison of like the one that he bought done versus building one yourself. So I got some foil tape, the gold conductive foil tape for shielding inside the cavities. Probably going to use a lot of that in the Strat builds. That came from this place here. That's another thing I'm going to do, is I've been buying all these parts. I've been piling up the cards over here, and someday, excuse me, I'll lay them out and I'll kind of just glance over it with the camera so you guys can pause and look at all the different guitar shops that I've bought parts from, because it'd be hard to keep up on telling you guys where all this stuff comes from. I guess this is all garbage. All right, a couple more, 4 or 5 more here. All right, so again, just a real quick overview on the builds. My plan for these, and they did most of it. No screw holes for the pick guard, so those are filled, because I hate pick guards. Cheap piece of plastic really takes away from the guitar. I wouldn't have it on most of my guitars, but the screw hole bothers me more than the cheap plastic, so I put them on when I have the screw hole. So anyways, one of the things that I requested, and I'm not butt sore about it, but it is a bummer. They were supposed to fill the top holes for the Clusons, okay? And that would have gave us a really big variety. And I'm just, for example, I'm going to pull out a set right now, because this is a set that I actually, boy, I can't talk right now. This is the set I wanted to put on the gold top, which is just a nice set of aged Grovers that would have matched nicely with the Antiquities and some other hardware that I got off of my 1960 Les Paul. Anyways, long story short, that's kind of ex-nayed, because now we have 2 holes per tuner instead of 1. So I looked high and low for all kinds of different tuners, and you could get them in black, and you could get the Goto grip lock ones and all that kind of stuff. So pretty much what it boiled down to was the Cluson Deluxe, which is pretty much these things right here. These ones say Grover Deluxe on them, but so you get these or the Clusons, or you get these. That's the nicest thing that I could possibly get for your guys' build. So there's really no other choice for the tuners. I'm going back to the Gibson Cluson style ones on the gold top, and I got you guys the really nice shiny chrome ones because I think they'd go really nice with a $300 TP6. If you guys don't know what they look like on a guitar, I'll go ahead and show you my 50s standard that I built here real quick. So I'll just give you a real quick look at the guitar. But these are the tuners, because again, I was looking all over for a way to make a different tuner go on there. And the only thing I could come up with was those grip lock things. And those just look like garbage. So, and they're pretty cheap though. It's like 50, 60 bucks for a set of those with the UMP, universal mounting plate or whatever. But I was hoping to get just the universal mounting plate to still sneak by and use a Grover style tuner on the guitar, because the plates come in black and chrome. And since we have black stingers, I was hoping to let the plate blend in and still be using Grovers, but I guess they made it to where you have to use their tuner on it, and whatever. It is what it is. So we're stuck with the Kluson styles. So this is the other cool thing that I got. So I have a set over there that's already aged, but I went ahead and grabbed 2 new sets. And also, what you're not seeing here is I have brand new ABR1 bridges instead of Nashvilles to go on these builds. But I do have the Nashville, so if you guys decide you want a Nashville on the build, we'll go Nashville. But I bought these converter pegs that go from the Nashville to the ABR1, so you can use the adjusting thumb wheels and use the ABR1 bridge without having these studs in the body like a true ABR1. So I bought 2 conversion kits, try to enhance those and make them a little more vintage and, you know, more period correct for the older Gibsons anyhow. I don't know if I should save that or not. No prices on it. It's just a packing list. Okay, so last package. This one is probably the most expensive package, and again, we'll talk about prices later. This one was the second most expensive. Stupid money for these pickups. Dad's got some really nice ones too. Wait till we open those up too. They're extremely unique. These just look like any other pickup. Wait till you see his though. That's all I'll say. His are pretty cool. So now these are going for absolute stupid money on Reverb. Yeah, they packed them really nice. So what we have is Virgil Arlo humbuckers. So these things are extremely expensive, and if you get a set of them, you're gonna pay. Yeah, you're gonna pay for these. 59s are like unattainable. I couldn't get a hold of a set of 59s. There's a couple other sets. They got 51s and 56s. They got them for Strats and all kinds of different ones. But these Virgil Arlo pickups are absolutely really expensive, as is the Tone Specific. So we'll take these out and actually look at them when we get all the parts out for the builds. And like I said, we have several other sets of pickups, but these are the big money ones that I spent a lot of money on. I've got over 600 bucks in these. Quite a bit over 600 bucks, just so you guys know. I ponied up and got some nice sets of pickups. And look at that, I just dropped my Antiquity. So the box exploded on me. I do have these. We'll have to make sure that this works now and I didn't break it. That sucks. Nope, it didn't break nothing. Didn't bend the legs. So yeah, there's the one that I had that I just threw to the floor. The box exploded on me, so that's why I dropped it. It's not like I meant to. But if my wife was standing down here, she'd be yelling at me like I did it on purpose. So she's not around, so I'm not in trouble. Anyhow, I guess that's it for now on the parts and everything. So I had a subscriber. I'm just going to throw this away before it happens to me again. Had a subscriber ask me, do you ever play your guitars? Because I never see you play. Well, the answer to that is no, I don't play. I try once in a while, but really how this all happened was 3 or 4 years ago, we bought my dad a guitar for Father's Day, and then he bought me one, and then we started going to guitar stores, and it turned into a really fun game of hunting things down. Pawn shops, flea markets, swap meets, guitar shops, Facebook, Craigslist. I mean, we would just go all over the place hunting down stuff. So the chase and the finding the deals and all that became somewhat of a pastime for Pops and I for a couple years. And I wasn't filming nothing. I had a collection of like 50 guitars, but I was buying and selling them, but I wasn't doing videos or anything like that. I was pretty much selling on eBay. Some of my higher end ones I sold on Reverb. Long story short, fast forward a couple years, I started off collecting, well, not collecting, but buying and selling Epiphones and cheaper guitars. And then I was buying the top end stuff like customs and, you know, limited edition things and Zakk Wylde or Bonamassa or whatever. Then I realized, well, as much money as I'm spending on those, I can buy cheaper Gibsons like studios and tributes and all that. So I started dipping my toes into that, and then I jumped into custom shops, and that just where it went. So I never got the time to learn, but I have to have foot surgery here soon, and for 2 weeks I have to lay on my back with my feet above my head, or at least my 1 foot, and then for like 4 to 6 weeks after that I'm gonna be hobbling around with a moon boot on, and they're gonna think I'm Buzz Aldrin from the left side anyhow, and I'm gonna learn how to play guitar during that time. So the wife made sure I had adequate means of not just sitting or laying there in the bed and vegetating in front of the OLED watching TV series for 2 weeks. So I mentioned in my other video that I'd bought some headphones to do that, to do some learning, and here they are. So not sure if it's a good brand or anything like that. We did some reviews, and it boiled down to the 700, which has a disconnecting wire on the headphone, so you can put a longer wire or a curly Q or one like that or whatever. I chose these because she also got me this, which I cheated and opened already, which is the Mustang Micro Amp. So this thing is pretty cool, and she got me the headphones too, so I'm not bugging her because she's going to be in her office and I'll be stuck in the bedroom not far away. So she's like, here, you can learn how to play guitar. Here's the little cheat thing for this, for the different functions and amps and sounds and stuff like that. I can't see if it's focused or not, but yeah, there you go. And then it just has all its little functions and all that stuff on it. And I guess it has a different color light for your different functions, so that's why you have this little card. This is actually a really nice one. Some of the cheaper ones, they looked like they were probably easier to use because they had a little screen on them and they kind of said what they were doing. But the downside to them was they were all big clunky squares with a non-movable jack, and this one will fit in any guitar, so that's pretty slick. So I have that and these headphones so I can lay there in bed and figure out how to play guitar. I've been wanting to do this for years and I just never got to it. I've tried a few times and I learned enough to play a couple chords and never really stayed on it or kept practicing and completely lost that. So I'm going to get back on it again. Here are the DT770 Pros. These are 250 ohms, so that was the other thing. They had a 32 ohm, an 80 ohm, and the 250 ohm. And the reason I got the 250 ohm is because I'll be plugging this into other audio equipment that actually has power. The 32 ohms are perfect for low wattage stuff like this, or, you know, little Walkmans and stuff like that. Low powered amplification, the 32 ohms, you're going to get the most out of. The 80 ohm, they said, was kind of a balance in between the two if you're still using low wattage amplifiers. I was a little bummed out after I bought these. I got these on sale for $154 plus tax or whatever, which is a good deal because they got the new 700 model out with the plug-in thing. I got the pigtail cord, spring cord, whatever you want to call it, because I figured it's only going to go from here to here. I don't need a cord going all over the place. So that's why I got those, is because it has the curly cord on it, and they were on sale. I wasn't worried about the 700 series having a different changeable cord, because I'm only going to be using them for guitar stuff, or I'll be at an amp or something like that. But anyways, that's it. That's my story. So if you guys are wondering why I never play, it's because I did all my time collecting and chasing and buying and selling and building and never took the time to play. Plus, I own my own company, so I do a lot of different things that take up my time, and, you know, just things go by like that. So this is my hobby. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. And we are going to be doing a lot of different stuff, and there's going to be some pretty cool giveaways coming, and show my appreciation, you guys. So hopefully I'll be able to learn how to play those, and I'll be able to do some playing for you guys. I do have quite a few friends that know how to play, and they're more than willing to come over here and play, but it's always a logistics thing and timing and what's going on in everybody's life. But I got 3 or 4 really good players that are more than willing to come over here and play and do things, but we haven't been able to make the connection. So, and Pops plays too, but he don't like to play on the camera. And Kevin now is living in Erie, Pennsylvania, which is the next state over. So I lost Kevin. So I'm just going to have to learn how to do it myself and figure this out while I'm down and out. So again, that's my story on that, and we'll touch base on that more again later, because eventually I'm going to make a video about the channel, why I'm doing it and everything, and what my plans are for it and stuff. So once these are done and I take that video down off the homepage, I'll put up a different one and kind of more explain. I'll pop sitting here. We'll get through how it started, because all those guitars, there's I don't know, 6 or 8 down there in the bottom shelf, and there's stuff everywhere, and it's all from our chases and stuff. So he don't let go of things. I do. So maybe we'll talk about that again too. I'm gonna not ramble on. Wow, we're at 28 minutes. Sorry about that, guys. I told you I was gonna keep them at about 15. So thanks again.